Good afternoon. Once again, back to Under the Tree. Folks, I don't know why Melly got a mouth fix up like that. I just got beat up. You wouldn't know how beat up I was. So we under the tree. Back again. Lovely, beautiful Bahamas. Folks, I can share that joke with you. Look at me like this.
Wrong person.
Right person. What a beautiful day it is. And it's a blessing to be in the Bahamas. Around the world, there's so much chaos. And this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Again, be happy for where you're at. I could have been dead, Melanie. You could have been dead. Be alive and kicking. So everybody in the Bahamas, everybody around town, appreciate the fact that we're here and you're listening to me, the voice of Super Tony. And I can tell you, and we under the tree. Melanie and Tony. I'll sing for you if you want to, but next time. You alright, ready?
I'm good.
Say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody.
And ask everybody if they're good.
Hope you had a wonderful week.
And the week coming will be a blessing. Boy, I would have take this topic, but I got a few things to trash out first.
Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, why you look at me like that a while ago?
When?
Why you look like that on the show? Giving this funny look in your face, yeah. Me more little bit. What
I don't think anybody who watching this saw
your face?
something like that.
Yeah, something I say. Okay, let me tell you what I say, folks. She trying to hide.
Really?
Excuse me. You know, in this show, it's our discussion what you can do and how you can do it, and you know, and you got to plan it and all that. You see, but then some people don't have their way. They get it. You know. I beat up on the woman. You know, a woman girl. They got their motor all fixed up because they can't have their way. So
anyhow.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, I am a PLP, and we do not. we don't. What you say? Do our dirty laundry in the public.
What? You a PLB? That's a new thing.
We don't expose our dirty laundry to the public.
He's a PLB?
So what happens behind the
See,
scene
I
is never brought to
folks,
the forefront.
I brought that up to show you that this show is a real show. There's no fake and nothing hiding here. We honest and we speak the truth. See, running and chucking and jiving here. If you believe us, we don't play here. We can bring our dirty laundry to the public because we ain't scared because we ain't got nothing to hide. No matter shows around here, they got something to hide. I ain't gonna hide. Now, moving right along. You know what? Let me do the first thing all of the day first and then we get into that.
Okay, go right ahead.
I must give condolence to my good mentor, Barry Farrington, passed this week. And I want to send condolence to his family. Me and Barry, we don't have this loving relationship thing, but we have this relationship where ever we meet or where every time he meet me, he will give me encouraging words and what to do and what that. And I become very fond of his speech as he given to me. And I appreciate the fact that some people stop what they're busy, they just have a conversation with you. And that's the key. So that taught me a lesson, so I share this with you. Stop sometimes, you all know you're a woman, stop sometime and just have a chat with some of these young women. You'll be surprised to know what you'll find out about them or what you help them and mentor them and steer them in a way. Just kind words. Now, Melanie, since that's been said, someone had a birthday this week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. Well, I ain't bring the cake on the show, but somebody had the birthday. So, I didn't get a chance to do it. Let me do it now.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Let me add the
Happy
belated.
birthday, dear Melanie. Happy birthday to you. We love you, we do. We love you, we do. We love you, I do too. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, Melanie had a birthday this weekend, folks. And I think it's the greatest thing somebody could have. Because that's let you know that the first day that you entered the earth. And that's remembering of you and what your parents did. Because they were smart, they wouldn't even born you. So the fact that they born you, because some parents don't bring them to the world, you know. So that means you're special.
Some drop you.
And I want you to know that I appreciate you very much. I love you. I love you. I love you. And enjoy every day of that.
Okay, that's enough.
Yes,
Love to carry me through
for the rest of the year.
Till the next birthday.
Okay, good. So, and it's good when you celebrate, but just remember you don't see this
celebrate.
Day. Just remember you don't see this day no more.
That's true. I haven't even see today again.
Yeah, that's something. So, anyway, you think I was forget that? And you think we can do it on the show?
I know, right?
Yeah, I tell you, we don't hide nothing on the show. We don't hide nothing on the show. Anyway, moving right along, and you have anything to clean up? You got anything?
No. Other than just to say that it's 1 week into the Bahamas Society of Ophthalmic Nurses Hunkathon. It will take place next Saturday.
Yeah, Lodge.
And Sunday. On Saturday, it begins at 8 a.m. leaving the Western Esplanade, and registration for individual and groups are possible. I think I posted something on the Facebook page, but I will post again the information for registration. And we just want to encourage the general public to please come out and support it. Blindness prevention is our intention, and we would like everyone to participate because eye health is everybody's concern.
Well, I need to get my eye checked, and I need to have my eye screen first, then get an eye check, I guess. Okay. Next time. So I need it because I need to see. You know, you wearing pink? You sure? What are you wearing? You white? See, a little blurry sometimes. Get my eye check. I can't see. I have trouble seeing that far.
After 40. You have problems, but it's more with reading close and seeing fine prints.
That's what I have.
So if you have a problem with seeing far, that's a different problem. But it's good to have your eyes tested, and especially if you are somebody who have diabetes or high blood pressure, sickle cell disease, even persons who are living with HIV and AIDS. All those systemic conditions do affect your eyes. So it's good to have them tested because you don't want to be groping in the dark.
Right, moving right along. Our shows today is what?
Sexual diversity among younger persons.
Sexual diversity. That's a big name. I have difficult announcing. What? Diversity. Man, listen. When I hear this word sexual diversity, I thought this is even that.
Well, basically, in your layman's term, it's exploration, sexual.
Oh, exploration.
Exploring your sexuality.
Oh, guess what happened?
Exploring
I'm glad
sexuality.
you say that. Because you know the I think it's Rainbow Alliance.
Yeah.
Okay. They now changed their it go what was it? LGBT. But they changed it.
LGBT.
It's LGBTI. So
what is I?
I?
Indecisive.
In something.
Indecisive.
Yeah. They'll tell us. Somebody watch the show and tell us.
Okay.
The I means, this is a new thing that they have an I in it.
Yeah?
Yeah, the I means individual something something something.
Oh, okay.
Individual in the reality or something whatever.
Okay. Well,
So-
it's all individual.
Yeah, but
Different people, different
what's so-
strokes, different folks.
but what's so amazing that they celebrate October too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I am shocked.
October is a powerful month, you know.
Mm. But I was listening to a discussion with the Erin Green,
Mm-hmm.
right? And her blah 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 blah. That's what I call it. You know, I know of when she was a little girl. Her little blah blah blah. You know, she talked with Chick Chinese and her Chick Chinese means she from the earth. She
Okay.
yeah she all this natural stuff
Mm-hmm.
and her connect tea and this and that. You talk about your foolishness and all right. So
You call it foolishness.
what do you mean?
Natural is not foolishness.
I didn't say natural foolishness, but
No,
I'm talking-
you said all her foolishness.
Yeah.
But then the
Oh.
last thing that came out before that. So I'm just saying, you know, don't
yeah, well, on a Chick
be
Chinese.
so harsh on
And a
other
gobble,
people.
this and that, and connect this and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right. They are talking about this LGBT on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and it's amazing how they keep changing.
I guess, you know, life is an evolving door. Today you're in one room and the next day you're in another.
And what concerned me about it? You know, I don't play. I ain't scared of nobody. What concerned me about it is this. Is that-
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
Let me say this to you. If
Say it to you.
no, let me say this to you. I was
Say
saying-
it to the viewing audience.
So if I have a cat
Mm-hmm.
and I have a passion for my cat,
Mm-hmm.
why you can't have a passion not for a cat?
Well, that's what sexual diversity is basically bringing across as well.
Okay.
It's like, I like cat, you like dog, someone else like birds, the other one like fish. All are pets.
Well,
So,
that's the point I'm making.
mm-hmm.
But the ones who are indicating and advocating for their cat,
Mm-hmm.
they believe they're right.
But guess what? You think that,
Yeah.
You know that is it in all spheres of our lives in the Bahamas. Look, what is the biggest conflict that we have? Religion,
Yeah.
right? So sexuality is another room in the house, right? Then
Something getting in my throat, excuse me.
what you drink and how you eat is another thing. And so we make a big, like, we're the template for whatever else is out there. The color of your hair, the color of your skin, where you wear jewelry or makeup, where you wear pants or not. Everybody have an issue with what other people do. Why?
I don't know. But it dawned on me, and it kind of get under my skin,
Mm-hmm.
that because you advocating for something,
Mm-hmm.
you right, and you fighting for your rights. You already have rights. You don't. So you dominate me because you fighting for your rights.
Well, social issues are so many, right? And everybody has a right. But the problem that we don't realize is we ought to respect the rights of others.
Right. But here's the key. So if I decided, so we're talking sexual diversity.
Mm-hmm.
If I decided that I want to have 2 women,
Mm-hmm.
or I decided I want to have 3 women.
How about a woman and a man?
No, I know about that. But
Okay.
no, hold on. Let's be.
No.
I'm-
That's the point we're discussing right
yeah,
there.
But hold
right?
on. If people wants to do that, there's nothing wrong
Okay,
with that.
all
If
right.
people want a man,
And a woman.
yeah. The only problem I have with that as a man,
Mm-hmm.
do not put that on me, and
Right.
do not bring it in my private environment.
Okay.
So
and in the meantime, you will respect that is what they want in their lives.
Yeah, I don't hear me. I'm talking to these people out here, so I want to be clear. If a woman wants to have another woman, another wife, and marry her in her house, in her area, she do that. I have a problem with it. Listen now, I have a problem with it.
You mean you don't agree with it?
I don't agree with it. Right. But once they don't bend that tree and come on to a younger person, once they don't force that on anybody else, once they live their lifestyle, and whatever, fine. Because you know why I have a problem with it? The only really reason I have a problem with it is because I have to look for the future of the Bahamas and future. So I know 2 women cannot have children.
They can't procreate.
2 men can't have children. So I have to look out for the after I die, I leave this earth to continue. I leave them to move on. And so even in religion, now we're going to the big, everybody discussed religion. Even in religion, I respect others people's religion because I believe all religion has truth to it. So I respect your religion. So if your religion says be a Muslim, you could have 2 women, 2 wives, whatever, and marry them and be equal. I respect that because that's your religion. My religion says that it's abomination to have a man and a man. That's my religion. I follow the Baptist religion. So honest and truly, and I gotta be honest with you.
The Baptist religion is Christianity.
Yeah, well, Christianity. Whatever you. I tell you, I said Baptist. I make it. See, I'm playing. I make it. See, people be playing. I ain't playing. I coming straight where I stand. Okay. But also, I have to understand that there's homosexual in my church, because though my religion, there's so much different walks of life of people, and people has their right to make their own decision. So sexual diversity is among us.
Yeah.
And if it's among us, we have to now find a way either to include this sexual, whatever we call it, involvement, or whatever you call it, because also as a man, there's sometimes you want to explore in the bed.
Okay.
With your wife, you want to explore, right? And the only reason I believe that Christian men don't explore is because they believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and that Christianity or the religion they follow. But in their mind and behind the scene, some of them do it.
What do they do?
Have 2 women, threesome, sexual diversity. That's what you're talking about, right?
But okay,
I leave it to you.
There are.
Don't be sarcastic with me now.
There are threads.
Yeah.
Right. Even in the Old Testament, if I go to the Christian man in particular and the 2 woman scenario, how many of the prophets?
All of majority of them had a woman, concubine.
Multiple wives.
Yeah. Kingdom and
multiple wives.
And that's the truth. But you know what?
You know how many mothers David, how many children, sets of children David had and his wives, and they were all alive.
We're not going to preach.
The records are there to show.
Yeah, but we're not going to preach that because that causes a lot of problems. That's probably why.
No. You see, let me tell you.
That's
the
probably
problem.
Why
the problem is that the teachings centered around that is based on assumptions. Some people place it under culture. Oh, that was then. What is it? What is the African tradition even to today. Okay?
Right. But I agree with you. But now, here, I think why we got this topic
Mm-hmm.
and trying to work
Mm-hmm.
and discuss this is because we find that the younger generation is not even following the older generation, and the younger generation don't even want to go to church, and so they're not believing in this. You got young people now in the Bahamas. Now we ain't talking about the world because the world been going a long time. You got younger people in the Bahamas. Watch now. How I know for a fact. Nobody telling me. I know
For
individuals
Uh-huh.
who now the new thing is boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Women having boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the new thing in the Bahamas. And let me give you something gonna blow your brain. It's more prevalent on the island.
On the family islands?
Yeah. Now I know that can break your brain up here.
No. It surprises me.
And
That
I do my
more
research.
prevalent.
Folks, I don't talk unless I do my research. Come on now. Don't try to play me like I don't know. Look, people will try to discredit you because they believe that you sit here. And I want you to know, folks, listen to what I can say. I have a degree, a PhD in common sense. So, and I get around because I get around. Because for you to have a PhD in common sense, you got to be around. You don't just get this, just talking it. You have to study this. PhD in common sense.
And I think it takes about 40 years to get that PhD,
Yes,
right?
it's come from the university of the ground. Now you got to figure it out. University running the ground. You got to be able to run the ground.
Well, they did say life is a university.
And I know two other people who have PhD in common sense. I know two other people just got their PhD in common sense.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, common sense ain't common.
No, it ain't.
All right. See, and you could study as much as you want. You have to be inducted in this PhD. You don't just say, I got PhD in common sense. It don't work like that. This crew we have, we study you. So I do research. And I did research in this. I sat with somebody who had the biggest row with me and tell me why they can't have a woman and a man. They have a woman and a man now, but you can't tell me why I can't have it. And I say, but why would you have a woman and a man? That's the question you got to get at.
Sexual diversity, openness of expression, and it seems as if this is perhaps somebody who believes in, I think it's called,
yeah, it's
that open relationship.
There's a name for it. I know the name, but I just can't remember it.
Yes, right? Where I think it's polyandry.
Polyandry.
Where you can have, so you have open relationships. There is an understanding in the relationship that you have with both parties, or even if I can't see it being a third, but
and believe it or not, most men who scheme in the Bahamas or around the world, they just don't scheme with one woman.
Most of them don't.
Most of them scheme with 2 and 3. And this openness that now coming in the Bahamas is now open into everything. It's just, and I always hear Melanie say this, you can't knock people for what they want to do and what they have their own life to live and this and that.
People have their own
and I row about this, but if people see, we're not God. We don't have the know-how and the power. We have to pray and that's it. But we don't have the really know how. So he's not God, but all of us trying to play God.
But and the thing about it is we all have our own shortcomings in one way or the other. For one person it's their sexuality, for the other person it's their appetite for food, for others it's their relationship and how they relate with others. And these are all important.
And go on.
All important for, I guess, peaceful coexistence, where sexuality is on an individual level. How we relate to other people in general is a bigger problem, right?
But I was naive, and I have to admit, I'm very naive now.
Naive about
I was naive that I thought this type of thing was classes, like in only certain class do this.
Or certain race.
Races, yeah. And I discover this bigger than I thought.
Well, being a man of the book,
Yeah.
the wise man Solomon did say what? There is nothing new under the sun.
But
And the difference though is it's just like when we compared the woman of yesterday to the woman of today. I think what is the only big difference is that everything is up in your face. You have social media that's pushing everything out there. And I think it serves as a form of distraction that people do not have that alone time to process what they themselves are choosing, what they're doing. And so when we look at sexual diversity, I mean, all the young people have their pictures out there. People of middle age, even older age, and people are just selling themselves. And the biggest sale is sex. Now, you know, when I worked several years ago in health education division with the Ministry of Health, and I worked with the adolescent health population, and we were promoting health and wellness in that population. And we had a focus group discussion, and when we talked about the way that the young people dress, right? Because for the older people, when you are exposing your body, you're basically, it's interpreted as you advertising. Because you know they say if you put on certain things, you cause men to whistle and seek and stop and put on brakes and you name the myriad of reactions. But they were in their naive mind that their dress code was not designed or purposefully done to draw attention to themselves. So what it means then is the subliminal messages from all the medium that they're exposed to, television and the like, there is just a copying of what is seen without a processing of the effect that it has on the persons that are seeing you.
And you know, some like checking up on this and really just being nosy and just asking questions and you know, and folks, let me say this, I am shocked. Now we're not talking about homosexual, lesbian. We're talking about straight people who straight, like who you know who's straight.
Who are heterosexual.
Yeah. But
okay.
they want the new thing in the Bahamas, we call it, let's say
the
normal.
Open thing.
Yeah, let's say normal.
Really new.
Yeah.
The open.
Let's say it's normal. Let's say the normal thing now.
The new normal.
The new normal is that creeping out slowly. Is that men want two women in the bed, and then you have women and husband and wives want to explore. They want to explore. Like the normal sex.
When they want to explore, you mean explore with themselves, within their own
Well, explore
relationship?
in their own, out of their own, explore.
Okay.
But the normal husband and wife, I guess you do it so long, I guess they become bored. I'm just trying to sum it up to you how when I investigated how I bring it to you so you could try to picture what I'm trying to do, say to you. And so it seems like the norm that husband and wife in the bed is changing, because now they want to try, and also if they dating this guy and he's married, they now wants to bring the wife involved. There's no.
What do you mean?
I explain it to you. See, digging up on this information, and I asked one or two questions, right? I go and ask questions, and guys are saying, boy, I wish my wife and my sweetheart get to know one another so we happy ever after. So my wife know I doing this and me happy because I plan to leave my sweetheart. I planning to leave my home. So the new norm, why your face look like?
I'm processing.
Yeah. So the new norm now is that people are thinking, since I'm out there sweethearting, I must bring the woman home, and the woman just accept it.
Well, you know,
The new norm. Go on.
That could happen,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, in many instances,
Mm-hmm.
providing there is a pre-discussion between the husband and the wife.
Yeah.
But remember, we are a Christian nation.
Now you go. See, before you butt me, I was going down the road, but I was going to tell you how. Go on. You said what you
And
said.
so Christians don't do that, at least not in the open. And that's why so many people lived in the closet for so long, so it appears now as if it's the new norm. But the young people now are not going down the Christian path. They're saying, this is what I feel. I heard someone, I think it was my daughter, talking this week about a 9 or 10-year-old. Of course, it's in America, but I think it was 2 celebrities as well, and their child is saying that they like the same sex. Excuse me. And so the parents now are not, in her opinion, taking the role of staring the child down. Down at least the middle part. They're basically going in the path that the child is declaring.
Yeah, they do it all the time because.
So her opinion is, well, this child is not fully developed yet.
But where you been?
So why? Because I don't watch reality TV and.
I know couple stars have their children dressing in man clothes, and they only 5. I mean, 9 and 8 and 10. Yeah, that's a step down the road. But I'm getting back to this because Melanie, because I want you to follow me in this, on my investigation in this. And during my investigation, what I have learned that,
excuse me, my throat.
And they say, Tony, to me, Tony, you know, I want you to listen to this. Some wives, and in my case, that's what they say, in my case, me, sick. So she really can't provide her husband exactly what he needs.
Okay.
But she might be willing to let me, instead of me going out and doing this nonsense, she might be willing to bring the woman home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And something else I learned this week that'll blow me, that And the I in the LGBT, right,
Mm-hmm.
is for people who do not have sex at all.
Oh.
That means people who, I didn't know this. Well, listen now. You got people in this world, in the Bahamas, who don't have sex, but they love you, they're willing to take care of you, or they're willing to live with you, but they don't want to have sex with you. So,
That sounds like a lot of Bahamian women.
yeah.
According to the men.
Yeah, but
That-
it is true. I didn't realize this until, folks, if you don't believe me, investigate it yourself. They got people who never had sex with a woman or a man, and they're not gay. I thought they, and what they do will hang with, the man will hang with Melanie.
Mm-hmm.
He will take Melanie to the house, cook her food, this and that. But he loved Melanie, but there's no sex involved. See, we so block-minded that if I have a friend and Melanie's my friend, we gotta, we in the house together, we gotta have sex. That's not true. You could have friends that is loyal friend to you. You could even lay in the bed and you won't touch them because you don't want to spoil that friendship. And I learned this week that you have people who really never had sexual intercourse with a man or a woman. And
they're just not wired that
not
way.
wired that way.
Their
And
body,
then,
yeah.
and then you have people who used to have it, who now no longer want it because they either had a relationship didn't work and they hurt, so they don't want nothing to do with a relationship.
Okay, so they shut down.
But they will have somebody as their friend, come over, cook food for them, wash their clothes, do all this. I am shocked.
We're social beings,
Yeah.
and
But I am shocked about all my investigation. I am shocked of some of the things that I learned. That goes on in the Bahamas, or there's relationships where there are people who only want sex, but they don't want a relationship.
well, that
All
is
these
also
things I
a
learned.
common thing.
So you got people out there who just, especially men, they spend their money, bring a woman home, and say, "Honey." Then you have women.
It's a diversity.
You have women who only call up a friend because they have somebody to do their sexual need and go home.
Men do that as well.
Yeah.
There are
And
some
then
men.
and then you have, so this blows my mind. Then you have people who want you to come home, have sex with them, be with them for the night, just sleep in their arms, but they don't want nobody to see you because they don't want to say it's a relationship. But then you have people, this is a weird thing, who are married, who goes out to have these kinky, crazy sex with the both sides of the fence, but are still married because their sexual urge is so big. The bracket you have is that a lot of men, woman lies and say only men do this, but a lot more women than men do it. That goes out, have a sweetheart, but are married. And it's only for sexual encounter. It has nothing to do with love. Because a couple of reasons they said the husband cannot perform. One. Two, they fall out of love of the husband and they only doing it as, what they call that word? You just doing it because I married to you. And you take care of me well. So Mr. Right on the outside is the man that I love, but I don't want to leave my husband because I don't want to hurt him. There's some crazy stuff. And some it might be crazy to me, but people in different situations where they call it survival. Because they will be crushed.
Survival without the Bible.
Yeah. well, I tell you what I learned.
Survival without the Bible.
Folks, you'll be amazed how people will open up to you. You'll be amazed. Because you know why they open up to you? Let me tell you why they open up to you. Some of them just died to talk to somebody because they're in trouble. They're in trouble mentally. They're in this thing and they don't want to do this. But they cannot get out because of the tie and the situation. I heard a story Monday where this individual want to get out by but can't get out because the person keeps threatening, if you do this,
they can harm themselves.
I'm gonna tell your husband and call him and tell the whole beans.
Wow.
And they're so afraid of their husband. And go back to our topic, sexual diversity is becoming the norm. And I also learned that sometimes you get into sexual diversities. It's not that you get into it. You somehow got into it and you didn't realize you was getting into it. It happens.
But isn't sexual diversity a beautiful thing? I mean,
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be where this is something you want to do, and you getting it because you want to do it. Mm-hmm. But I want to say the word, most women get into situations that they don't even realize how they got into it, and they try to figure out how in the world I got in these situations, and they trying to get out. Let me give you a good scenario. You meet this guy lied to you all the way through. Mm-hmm. He's a nice guy, he takes care of you well, he's there for you. After a period of years, he has understood it, being on your side. You got some kind of loving and liking for him. You fall in love. It's very difficult to leave that guy. Very difficult. It takes the Lord Jesus Christ to come down to some of the relationship to leave. Because you give your all, your heart, your soul to that individual. So it's very difficult to leave.
I guess in the situation where it's like a no fault kind of situation, but if you really fall out of love with an individual, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
just leave.
I didn't say fall out.
Yeah,
I say in love.
No, but the thing is this: you love the individual that you're with, but there are shortcomings as it relates to the sexual aspect of your life with that individual, and so you go out there and you engage in extracurricular activities with another or several others, but you still go back home to that individual. The thing about it is, I don't want to say that it's okay as long as you don't form a bond with the persons that you're sexing outside of the relationship. But you have some people who are in a bad relationship sexually, but they love the person, and then they get themselves bounded to the person, or at least one of the persons that they are having the sexual encounter with, and then things just get complicated and somebody gets stringed along, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing is, openness is important. But sexual diversity should be present in the marriage. The sad thing about it is, outside of illness, right, where one person falls ill and the sexual life
Man needs sex.
Goes down.
Women
want sex too.
Women don't want sex. Women tell man all the time. Women don't want no sex. Come on.
The problem with women,
do is run.
The problem with women is
excuse. My hair do.
the problem with women is our sexuality is tied to our emotion, whereas for the men, their sexuality is just tied to their sex organ. They
That's
just
all?
want release.
That's it?
Yeah.
You sure?
So your love.
No, sir.
So tell me then, because let me tell you something. Okay, if you married and you had a good, and your husband is the sole winner and the breadwinner, but he ain't have no, that's the type of women who I believe will probably go out and have sex and come back to the man because the man meeting all of her other needs.
Mm-hmm.
But with the men, if their needs are not met within their existing relationship, but everything else is good, they ain't gonna leave the woman. They gonna have the sex and then they can go back home.
It is something is going on in the Bahamas with all this scheming. And the reason for it is simply, probably, I believe, is a sexual
deprivation.
Right. And I believe, this is what I believe. I believe women withdraw when they can't get what they want.
Well, you
And
can
that
call
causes,
it that.
yeah, and that causes a lot of problems because you expect.
No, but then the thing about it is, all
wait.
you gotta do is give the woman what she wants.
No. But you mightn't be wired that way. See,
What you mean she mightn't be wired that way?
I mightn't be wired that way.
You might, the man mightn't be wired that way.
I might can't afford it that way. I might can't, at this moment, I might can't roll that way because I have some other stuff going on. And she ain't got the patience enough.
Well, then she go find somebody else who rolling.
But the problem, yes, and that is the problem. See, men has to take some responsibility, but the woman has also too. See, most relationships, oh Lord, help me, I get in trouble, I know the more my name will be ringing. Most relationships who working and the husband home and he there with his wife, is because most time the man is a punk. That's what we call it. Well, I don't mean a punk and sissy. I mean, we call it on the street, he's a punk. He let
But
a
he
woman
getting
talk.
steamrolled?
Yeah, he let that woman talk all day. He's scared, he this, he that. Right? That's what we say. I'm just saying what we say. And so he ain't got no say in the relationship.
Well,
No,
you see,
but
you
that's
use the word.
I don't want to get this show into that.
And he ain't have no say. Yeah, but it's all about why we are in this diverse arena of sexuality.
Why we go looking?
Because that's why because the relationship that they're in, I always attach behavior to psychological processes, and sexuality is a behavior. So for an individual who is out there with a male and a female, there is some imbalance where the male is not meeting some needs, but the female is meeting it. Okay? So sometimes too, you get caught in a crossfire where your mind is not settled. And when your mind is not settled, you cannot be decisive. And so that is why some people, I believe, are with both genders, because they have had a lock in a barrel that was spinning around, and they never get their apples separated from their oranges.
I don't believe that, Now you believe that, but no, I believe? I believe some things are learned behavior.
So you're saying that they saw somebody else doing it?
Right. And they thought it was sexy. And
But
they got in
all-
it. They got into it.
But there's also
And
another alternative too,
Yeah, well,
Having said that, there's a possibility that these individuals might have been molested by both male and female. And so therefore, they now are comfortable with both genders.
And guess what? You go into my next point. That was my next point. But you hit it. I'll stay right there because you stayed. I learned this week that there are a lot of molesting in the homes and in it from both parties. I thought you said the mouthful is not. It's baffled. You wouldn't believe how many girls might be molested by boys, and how many girls molested by girls. And so you might be right.
Basically, you're saying boy with boy and girl with girl. But basically, it's males molesting girl children and females molesting boy children.
Yeah, but I discovered just what you say. You must use my conversation where that we only worry about girls being molested by men. But I heard a lot of times girls being molested by girls.
Or women.
Or women on their trial, on their they trying out this thing. And we never worry about two girls going out and two girls this and we don't even we in back in our day, I guess, we never thought that. We only thought about if I stay home with a girl, the parents worry about it. But what they should be worried about is the girl staying home with these older women and staying around these older women.
I think it does require a level of observation, but then there's the risk of appearing paranoid, right? Yeah. Because you got to trust somebody. But you know what? You got to know the people who you're dealing with.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the road to go. For parents, I don't think that's the road to go. I think you need to educate your child from young. I think you have to say to them and be open with them. This what happens, this what happens, this what happens. See, most times we don't want to talk of these things to our kids because we don't want to be too exposed to too much things. So we try to hide some things. Boy, go to the room. Boy, girl, go to. See, we try to run them away from when we have these serious conversations because we feel that. But these kids,
they're not ready for it.
Right, but these kids are more faster.
Again, no, then more faster is the same media.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they're exposed earlier, and even the cartoons that is now available, and parents become so comfortable with watching that they don't realize that what you're watching, your child is absorbing as well.
But adversity, it could be a good thing, you know.
I think within a marriage, the diversity should be fostered by the couple, not meaning bringing in other people, but the same thing that you could do with other people, you could do with yourself.
But before we close, I want the public to know this. I want you tell them. I know it, but I know you know it better than me. Because you sits in where you see it happening more than me. The fastest growing religion in the country is what?
The Muslim.
The Muslim. Why you think so?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'll be forming a judgment. But I will say, based on conversation with some people that are not Muslim, they would join that religion for the benefit of being able to have 2 wives.
Yes, but don't go no further. Okay, hold on thought. I had a conversation in my house, telling them about the young men who smoke cigar and drink now are more likely, the younger ones are more likely to go to the Muslim faith. That's a new trend. I seen girls in this black, like it's growing. I seen them all over KB. So what I'm saying, and I had a conversation in my house and they beat me down. And I tried to let them know that this is a new religion. And not new religion.
It ain't a new religion, but it's a new trend.
A new trend. And I tried to tell them, I believe that it's probably not just the 2 wives.
It's much more.
It's more, the Muslim faith is moving because they're not hypocrites in their teaching and belief. They're not hypocrites. They don't say one thing and believe it. If they say this down the line, they do it. And the fact that black Bahamian men could have 2 wives and treat them equal, and it's okay in that religion, that will cater to
cutting down the sweetheart problem.
There you go. You said it. That's the word.
I know one thing from my observation of the religion is that accountability to God is their main thing, not to man. You know, we Christians, we don't want our church member to see us with a glass of wine. We don't want our church members to see us dancing. We don't want our... God is seeing you. He's everywhere, like you say. He can see, he can hear. So why hide from man when God... So what I discovered with that religion is you are made aware that God is ultimately the person.
So Allah is
that
God.
you, yes.
Okay.
That
You
you,
sure now?
yeah.
Okay.
That
And they believe in God.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
And they also believe in Jesus as a prophet.
Right. But a lot of people don't believe that. A lot.
That's because
they never read.
no. But guess what? What did we say at the beginning of the show? How we are so judgmental and condemning others, and we think we're the only ones that are right.
No, I said this earlier in the show. I said I believe in all, because all religions has some truth to it. Mm-hmm. So I believe in all. That's why I now respect all. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a Muslim. I'm not saying I can be a Rasta. What I'm saying is that there is some truth to
all of them.
To all of religions.
And the thing about it is, coming back to sexual diversity,
yes,
is it is filtering into all religious groups.
Yep.
There is none that is protected from this freedom of sexual expression.
Yeah, and the problem we have in this country is that Bahamians lie a lot. And let me clarify that. If you know you only want to sleep with somebody, why would you tell them you love them and you know you only want to sleep with them? Why don't you just say I only want to sleep with you? Why you can't do that? and that save all the pain, save all the mess up, save all the problems, because you know you might want. Just be honest. Let the person say no and move on to the next.
Oh, we're not good like that. Okay, hi Maria, hi Princess.
Hi Princess. We just got your comment.
Yeah.
When Princess say so I can answer.
Princess say I am correct.
Okay.
And
she always
yeah.
she always agree with you, and then
and Maria just says hi.
Hi Maria.
Yeah.
We here. Yeah. And so I before we close, we only got something. But I don't see why we has to, like I always say to you, it's like a car. Remember I always have that conversation. It's like a car. We just a woman on the side and a sweetheart. It's just like a car.
Tell us.
What do you mean?
What's the analogy? What's the relation? What's the corresponding characteristics or?
Okay. Let me break it down. Let me take your last 2 minutes.
Yes,
and tell you about this car business.
Yes,
all
yes.
Right.
And how it aligns with a woman and sweethearting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can line it up. You want me to line it up?
Yeah, please.
It's like a car. You're driving the car down the road. And as a car, when you have a problem in a relationship, and the woman say, you married, I tired being a sweetheart. I think we need to break this up. And then you say to her, like a car, you say to her, it's like, honey, but you know I love you. I want you to bear with me and understand me. So what I do, I put the car in the shop. There's only a bump in the road. Change the parts. Say the words. Can it fix it? Put it back on the road. Couple days I go, I try. Then watch this now. Then she become lovey-dovey again. She loved me because I used the car. And the car is a good car. And so now she can drive the car down the road and she can stop and she can get it washed.
Okay.
She say, I can wash this car because now this car she loved because she picked this car. That's me. She picked me. I used the car. She picked this beautiful car. Lexus, whatever. So now she driving this car down the road. Don't watch this. So what had happened? Now the sex get bored. But all the buttons and all the windows still going up and the car still rolling smooth. But it's just that the car starts smoking. So instead of what you do, she stopped. She look in the engine. You know what she do? She pull over on the side of the road. She check it. She realized the smoke coming from
a particular thing.
Yeah.
So she fixed that.
So yeah. So she get that. She get a little wire. She fixed that. Then we going again. The car back on the road.
It's very interesting.
The car back on the road.
It's very interesting.
And you know how much time? Not cutting you off. You know how much time you decided to leave this married man? But you can't leave this car because this car, you like this car. So I decided, I used the car. So I said, man, let's change. Let me get a little put. But you ain't like that car. That's one other fella. You ain't like him. You like me. So you gonna stay with me with my wife because you gonna put up with all my crap. So all my engine problems, you fix it. I get an accident. That means me and the wife find out you, sweetheart and me. That's an accident. We crash. I get the body weight shop. You fix it.
Okay.
So, and the wheels go on, ball, and you change them. And every year you say you're gonna leave this man because he married.
Until one day the car broke down and you say
even when the car
put in too much money and you put it on the
even when the car, your problem is you ain't gonna change the car because you love that car.
Wow.
See, because you see what you're gonna do is find a new engine to fix it back in. You ain't gonna know that the car go. That's what happened to sweetheart.
That sounds like a man though, because women, when a car broke down, they ready to trade that in.
No.
That sound like a man.
No. Woman, man is leave car on the side of the road. Woman can bring car home. Alright? You got that? And and a woman will make up her mind but 50 times to leave a married man. But she always okay, because he always telling her a story. Honey, no, we can fix this engine. Honey, no, we can fix the button. Honey, let's get a new battery. No. And the man good at fixing the old car. Because he lies. And he lies.
He lies well.
And every time we break down, he lies again.
Make some sweet promises.
Yeah, and he lies again.
Sweet promises.
So,
and the cycle
sweet,
continues.
yeah. So, sweetheart, like a car.
Well, ladies.
A car that a woman love.
You heard it.
They buy this car, you know.
From Tony.
They buy that car, you know. They even spend their money for that car. Watch.
Straight from Tony it comes, so.
They cooking.
Watch that.
They cleaning. Watch the car. Watch them taking the car. They cooking. They cleaning. They keeping this car. They sexing him. They got this car. They got this car covered. Even though the next woman, sexual adversity, talking about sexual adversity, even though the next woman using this engine.
Wow.
Even though the next woman is using his engine.
Oh, mercy, Lord. Anyhow.
See who hit us up. That's
still only the two men.
Boy, listen these days.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I tell you.
You've had a day.
You're just a car. All y'all is a car. Princess. Oh, y'all just some of y'all, that's a car. Y'all love a car.
Anyhow, men are blessed, aren't they? Especially in the Bahamas. Women, as Tony described us, like to save the world. Beryl says she hollering. I hollering too, Beryl. Just can't holler inside.
Beryl, you there?
Just can't holler on this Facebook. Oh, Lord. Anyhow.
Beryl. All I can tell you, I'm having a good day. Yeah. But a woman has to understand that they don't fix the world. And sexual adversities, I say that to say this. Women cause real sexual adversities.
Women are the cause. Why
Yeah, because
men are there?
A woman
all
has
over
to
the
make,
place.
a woman has to agree to have a twosome, threesome woman. A man can't
And
do it by
that's
himself.
true, a woman. But you know, I
man can't do himself.
almost said that a woman also have to give consent to sweetheart or married man.
Exactly.
Or even be
It's a woman.
in a relationship with somebody who in another relationship. But the thing about it is, y'all men wait until y'all know the woman and bite that bait, you know, like you're fishing. And when she go to pull out now, her gills get caught with the hook.
But you blame me. You blame me for throwing a line out there.
No, I guess that's
Okay.
a man's thing.
Yeah, I blame you to be the fool to catch the line. I throw it. You catch it, right? Listen.
When a man comes, we are so trusting. That's the error. But again,
You're supposed to be trusting.
we have to be trusting.
Yeah, you have to be trusting.
But we have to also, and then, you know, men don't like to wait. But that's why a lot of women hold out before they give themselves to a man, because they want to know. But you see, some men are so slick, they could dart in and out of traffic like nothing,
But
that the signs that we're looking for can very well, the signs, you know, because you darting in and out and doing this thing so slick that the woman never finds. Sometimes women be in relationship with men 5 and 6 years before they discover that man is married.
You trying to look for Mr. Right.
No.
That's what y'all look for. Y'all looking for the best thing since sliced bread. Y'all out there looking for something. We didn't looking.
So
Why you
what do you expect a woman to do? Just settle for the first income?
But
Or anything that comes?
I can say this and this gonna hurt your heart, but let me say it. Right? Let me say this and get it on your nerve. You might as well give it up the first time and get it over and done with.
Why?
So you know if it didn't bite anything. You know from the first day. But y'all is go fall in love.
No, but y'all is being
Y'all is fall in
married
love. No, but y'all is
in relationship and think nothing of hitting on somebody else, going the extra mile to wait on them hand and foot, lie and tell the woman you don't work.
Y'all
and all
drag
that
us to this
other
road, you
kind of
know.
stuff.
Y'all drag us down this road. Okay, watch this. Woman drag you down this road, give you a long time. So now the woman have to fall.
Blame? They could blame
No,
women? You hear that?
it's facts. It's facts. Woman.
What's the facts?
The facts is simply this. Woman, before they do anything with you, they have to process that.
Yes.
Okay, now watch this. When you process it,
Mm-hmm.
and you, that couple of days I know you processing, I can tell you all the beautiful story.
But guess
So
what?
when I tell you all the beautiful story and you done process it now, you done gone. I know now you done in love. After 2 weeks, woman gone. And once they gone, I win. And so that's why I say just get them what they want, and then you know they can break off running.
But the woman, on the other hand,
Well,
oh, that's reverse psychology you just said. Give
You just heard
him
it.
it in the first instance, send him running.
Yeah,
But
because if he,
but then that is only though if you are on the same level as he is in that how you value your sex, because women place great value on sex. They don't just give any man their body. Not only that, in our culture, what happens to a woman who goes to bed with a man on the first night?
nothing.
Nothing.
It has
Exactly.
changed. It has
Nothing.
changed.
No,
The
no,
culture
no, no,
has
no.
changed. Back in the day, we call you bad.
But like you
Now,
say,
the
nothing
culture's changed.
happens, because if you good, he come back for more, and
Exactly.
if you ain't good, he gone.
Yeah,
But
that's-
ain't nothing happening.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm giving you. You will know the guy ain't white nothing because he ain't coming back. He done accomplished what he don't come. You don't want to have
So basically, what you're saying to women is detach your sexuality from your emotions.
Right.
And that's impossible because women are not
but
men.
see,
Men
people out there think I'm
can't
saying,
do that.
people out there think I'm saying, you must run around and hit this. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying to you, this man come to you. You have to stop plotting in your head that I can let him wait for this time and then he become good. Those old dog on day one, you trying to let him wait.
How do you recognize the dog?
What you mean,
how do you differentiate a man from a dog? A good man from a dog?
How you do it?
How do you do it?
Let me tell you how you do it.
Listen, ladies.
Let me tell you do it. What the Bible told you.
I don't know.
The Bible say no man is perfect. So why a fella come perfect to you? He come and he perfect. For the first couple of weeks, he's perfect. He's the nicest guy in the world. Watch. He own this. He go to church. He got a whole story that is perfect. That's the red flag. That's your red flag right there. You rather somebody come and say, man, I drink my little lick. And then you say, well, I don't want nobody with collect.
Well, actually...
And wait, hold on. You have a trend. Don't let me lose my trend. I need to say, man, you know, collecting ain't a big thing to me. If we let this thing work, I can drop this for you. See, you see the conversation? Okay. That's the difference. See, you gotta know.
So honesty is key. Honesty is key from Jump Street.
From Jump Street.
All right, then. Beryl got 2 heads there. What you listening for, Beryl?
Beryl, you listening, eh? Sweetness.
Yeah, to hear what you were saying about what it was again now?
Was that
how
men?
Yeah. How you know it? How you distinguish a good man from a
we could discuss a whole chapter on how you use the eye and the mouth to find out what in the stomach. See, in the stomach. See, in the head.
Man, gone scientific on this.
Yeah, in the head. In the head, I plot everything. I sit down and I think what I can tell you, I can tell you what I do. I plan it. But in the stomach, it's mixed up. See, in the stomach is where, when you get over in the guts, what you
gut feelings. Yeah. And that's why you should listen to your gut feeling, right?
Yep.
Anyhow, we better
close up on this one.
But just want to remind,
sexual diversity is prevalent in the Bahamas, and we gotta accept the people now. See, because if we gonna say we Christian, this and that, whatever you wanna do, you gotta accept the people. You gotta say, I love you.
Even if you don't accept, sit down and get to understand the individual. Find out what is it that caused them to move in that direction versus moving down a straight and definitive path.
But you know what is really interesting? Asking the question, why you like this girl? And I did it to a girl. I just want, I messed up in my head. Why? And guess what she said to me? She says, we've been friends long. She know me like I know her. We get along so well that I can't do without her.
So the friendship came before the sexual encounter.
There you go. So
now
we can close it. Now we can close the show. Now we can hit the point. And then the new thing is now, this is going to close the show, that young people do not see me as a male and Melanie as a female. They see as human. That is the new trend. They start to see people as human. They don't see, what sex?
With the potential to love.
Right. So if you treat me, this is how they're thinking. If you treat me with love, respect, and
we'll sort out the sex organs later. Wow.
That's what they see. It down what? It's going down a barrel fast.
Wow.
But this is what y'all
Young people.
young people, and don't be surprised when your young child come walk in the house and throw this in your lap. Trust me, if you don't believe me, I can be right here on the tree waiting on you. Because it's coming. You can come tell me, you know what, you were talking fool, but boy, this fool, real. Because a buddy of mine's, he come looking for me to tell me. But we still under the tree. We still trying to uplift, motivate, inspire. But guess what? Melanie's the counselor. She deal with your problem. So, we had a good time. Good show. Just don't be the car.
I want to encourage you to please support the Bahamas Society of Ophthalmic Nurses. Come out, lend support in the honkathon. Get your t-shirt, register, $20. If you're in a group, you get a 5% discount, 10 persons or more. And depending on how much big or how big your group is, that determines how big your discount will be.
And Melanie, I mean not Melanie, Beryl, don't be the car. Because somebody can be riding that car.
Yeah, and next week we're going to have another
interesting.
Yeah, so you should become friends before you become lovers. That's true, Beryl.
That's it.
Yeah, so next week, Tony and I will meet at a different location again.
Yep.
Featuring some special people
Oh,
who
yeah.
are celebrating a milestone, a major milestone.
And make sure you all join the show because we on the move next week. And we're going to be having people at our show. Interviewing people. Melanie interviewed on Mike Sleep.
You're going to do the interviewing.
So, I want you to don't miss that show. That will be interesting because I can beat some people up. You ain't got to worry. So, wear your mask. Wash your hands. You know how they say wash your nose and all. So keep your distance. And try to stay home as much as you can. Love you.
Keep it safe.
And see you next show next week. Same time. At a different location. Look
Under the tree.
Under